Hi guys! It is October, which means it's the month of Halloween, and I am making a bunch of Halloween themed treats. So first up is this simple and sweet Halloween themed cake. And I'm keeping this video simple and sweet as well because I am recovering from a sore throat and a cough. So if you hear clicking or my voice sounds funny, it's because I am sucking on a cough drop. So let's get right into it. The first thing that I did was I used my candy molds and my candy melts to make some pumpkins and some bats. Then I used some fondant and cookie cutters to create some cute little ghosts, as well as a creepy little brain. And I just covered my brain in some strawberry jam. The next thing I did was I baked some 6-inch round cakes. I chose to dye my white cake orange and also use a chocolate cake. Those were just the colors that I wanted my cake to be. Then I leveled my cakes and I wanted my cake to be orange, then chocolate, then orange. So I made sure I leveled enough cakes to have that many pieces for my layered cake. I placed one piece of orange cake down on a cake board and then I placed a layer of buttercream frosting on top. And then I repeated this process with the chocolate layer of cake before adding the final orange layer on the top. Once my cake is completely layered, I add a crumb coat to the outside of my cake, and then I'm going to place it into the freezer for about 15 minutes. Now that my cake is out of the freezer, I'm adding my final layer of frosting, and I'm getting it as smooth as possible by using my long flat spatula. To make the brain I placed on top of the cake, I used white fondant and then strawberry jam topping, and I just brushed it on and I covered all the little nooks and crannies as much as possible. Next, I made a chocolate ganache, which is basically whipped cream and chocolate chips melted together, and I used a spoon to pour it onto the sides of my cake to sort of let it drip down the edges, and then I covered the entire top of the cake with ganache as well, and I just evened it out as best as possible. Then I added a few Halloween themed sprinkles to the edge of my cake before adding on the rest of the decorations. The last part of decorating this cake is just adding on all the final decorations that I made earlier. So I added my bats, pumpkins, the mini brain, some ghosts, and then also a few candy bones with bloodstains on them to make sort of a little boneyard to the side of the cake. Just making everything Halloween themed and giving it that Halloween vibe. And that's it guys, a super easy Halloween themed cake. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and thanks for watching.